Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I wanted to come on and I wanted to share a little bit about my post that I said about Black Friday yesterday. Um, I think Black Friday is funny. I've always thought Black Friday was a funny thing. I've always enjoyed it if it had to do with shoes or something like that. Or like I remember my kids' bikes I used to get on Black Friday. But I was never that person that would go out and stand in line for hours and hours and hours. I was never that person that got up in the middle of the night. I know many people who did, and they loved it. Like it was tradition. It was there was like this thrill. It was like a game to them. But I was never that person, and it's always been funny to me. More than likely, it's always been funny to me because I was heavily involved in Black Friday sales for Walmart, for the whole Western United States, actually. So it was very interesting to me because there was a reason why it was Black Friday. There was a reason why there was only limited supplies, right? Till supplies ran out. And the reason why is because there was only like maybe 10 of these items. If they were big items like TVs or Xboxes or something like that, there was 3. There would be 3 per store. Okay, so 3. There's the secret. So this is why you had these big savings, right? It was usually 50 to 75% off, which is why you'd get up at 3 a.m. and go stand in line and wait for them to open the doors or whatever it was that they were doing. It's because they had a very limited amount. The reason why they had a limited amount is because they were giving it away. A lot of times we didn't even make our profit back from that. I did all the billing on all of that, and we didn't, or profit. We didn't make our we never made a profit. A lot of times it was our cost. That's what I meant to say. We didn't even get our costs back on that, which is why there would only be 3 TVs or 3 Xboxes or whatever it was. But now, in the last few years, it's like Black Friday's lost its luster. Like, so, it's like, I feel bad for some of those people who've really enjoyed Black Friday and what it meant for them and the thrill and the excitement, because it's just not there anymore. I mean, now it's more like what, Black November? That's what it feels like. They're stretching things out for a whole week and actually a whole month. Black Friday stuff started coming on before even Halloween happened, or it was over, was here. Anyway, I wanted to bring Black Friday back. I wanted to bring back the savings, and I wanted to bring back a little bit of excitement because I always enjoyed it. It was a huge part of my life, as like my professional life. It was something that we worked on for months. And then when we wrapped it up, we were like, oh, okay, we're done. Black Friday's done. All the merchandise is there. We're done. So I wanted to do Black Friday for the website. And I am going to do an entire week, and I am going to bring it back to 50% off. My annual sale, which actually happens all of November and all of December, is 25% off. And I was dying. I was dying as I was doing the research on Black Friday. I'm kind of a nerd like that. I like to research all of my different facts or my thoughts. I kind of go down these little rabbit holes and get the details of everything. And what I found out about Black Friday now, because I wanted to see like, what are the savings? What are the consumer savings for Black Friday? You are lucky if you get 25%. The average savings is 10 to 15%. And then you're lucky if it's 25%. And I was floored. I was totally floored and just went, wow, of course it is, because it's all month, it's all month long now. So they have many items for sale versus 3 to 5. So, I decided this year that, the annual holiday sale would actually go for all of November, all of December at 25% off. And then Black Friday, I'm like, hell yeah, let's do Black Friday. And sure, I'll do it for the whole week. And it's going to be 50% off. All of the offerings, 50% off. And that is including the spiral. So many of you have been asking, oh my gosh, does that include the spiral? Does this include the spiral? And I know so like, many. What's spiral? Like, what is that? I have no idea what that is. So I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, the spiral is complete transformation. And everybody says, yeah, but what does that mean? And I always say, I wish you knew me before. I wish you. So basically what we do is we go in and we find the actual imprint of when a limiting belief or a block or a situation, whatever it was, stopped you in your tracks, created this limiting belief, this block. We actually go back to that original moment of that imprint, and we're able to release that from the body, not only from the body, the energetic field, the mind, all the things. We break up the neural pathways, we create new ones. And that is why the spiral is complete transformation. And when I say complete, I'm talking complete transformation. It's the most powerful, advanced work that I've ever been part of, ever. I've never seen a modality that is like this and works in such a short amount of time, but it's a soul's journey for me. And so most of my clients end up going through this process in, I'd say, about 3.5, 4 months, and they are a completely different person. So you come with an intention. Let me just tell you a little. Okay, so I've worked with people all around the world who come with a specific intention. It could be an intention that is just an intention that has to do with your life and your life circumstances. It can be an intention that is with business. It can be an intention with money. It can be an intention with parenting, children. I mean, it really just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your intention is. The outcome is always the same. And it's always like, that's why I say my first spiral journey, because I've actually gone through the spiral a few times myself, because one was like for life. My first one was for life. Like I just wanted a more abundant and rich life. If you knew me before, you would know. And then the second time I went through was for career. The third time I went through was for money. I mean, it just depends on what's happening in life and what you desire, what your desired outcome is. So you come with an intention, and then we go through 7 sessions. And in these 7 sessions, it is quite amazing. It's quite amazing what happens. So in level 1, we go over deserving. So this is where, a lot of times, unconsciously or subconsciously or even consciously, we feel as if we don't deserve. We feel as if we don't deserve the life that we want. We feel as if we don't deserve the money, or we may have been told we don't deserve things. We work with the emotions of shame, guilt, and dogma. That's the very first thing that we do. We're like, we're going to get this stuff out of the way. What I love about the spiral is that you can release these emotions, and you can release these limiting beliefs and emotional baggage without reliving what happened. You can release the emotions and the emotional baggage without reliving what happened. That's what I love about this, because I was somebody that I've had some trauma in my life. I've had quite a bit of trauma in my life, and I didn't want to relive it. I remember I'd gone to, I think, 2 therapy sessions, like talk therapy sessions. And I was just sitting there going, man, all I did for the last hour was just relive and talk about why I'm here. And then it was time for me to go. And then the same thing happened again the next time. And then I just went, I'm not doing this. I can't. And so I went out on this, I don't want to say this quest, but I was really looking for something different, like different modalities that could actually help me process through and get through a lot of this stuff. Because I was like, I want efficiency. So when I went through the spiral the very first time, I was just blown away. Spiral. And I had if any of you knew me before and you know me now, please comment below and say what kind of transformation you have witnessed within me, because I feel like it's been just, I feel like everything's new. Everything's brand new. I'm a whole new me. I don't even know who that person was that went through the spiral the first time. It's so crazy. And I actually hear that a lot from clients anyway. They'll say, man, we revisit their journey, and they're just like, man, I don't even know who that was. And that was only a few months ago. So it's quick. It is quick transformation, and it's amazing. Okay. So level 1, it's all about deserving. We release emotions around shame, guilt, and dogma. In level 2, it's all about creativity, and it's also about getting things done. And so we release all of the emotional baggage around fear, grief, and paralyzed will. So if you're somebody that has like this big idea, or you have these big dreams that you want to go after, but you're all of a sudden, you're just like, I can't, I have too much fear. I don't want to. What are people going to say? You know, this is where we work on those things, is right here in level 2, all about creativity. Also, this is what level 3 is all about power. And we work with the emotions pride, anger, and desire. So, there's a lot of things that happen in our life and that happen even as children that we don't even remember, that takes away, our power, that takes away our desires. And it makes us angry. And then we're told we can't be angry. And a whole example of that I always give people is like that toddler in the store. Like, you see the toddler in the store, in the grocery store, they're down the candy aisle and they reach out and they want the candy. And then they're told, no, you can't have it. Parent, mom, dad, they're like, nope, you can't have that. They reach out for it again. And again, they're told, nope. And usually this time it's like with a smack on the hand or something like that. And now the toddler is angry and is like emotional and crying and upset, temper tantrum, whatever it is that you see. And then you see the parents say, shh, can't act that way. You can't act that way in public. Shh, you can't yell, you can't scream, you can't, basically, like, you can't have that. And you can't act that way. And I was one of those parents. So I get it. I understand. But that's an example of what happens with us as toddlers or as children, young children in our lives, because now the imprint that has just been imprinted within that child with this incident is that they had a desire. They wanted to go after it. They were told no. They don't know why. They get angry, frustrated, and now they're told they can't express their emotions. So these are the types of things that we work through in the first 3 levels of the spiral: deserving, creativity, and power, and then releasing emotions around all of those. Then we get up to level 4. Level 4 is all about openness. It's all about loving self, accepting self. So we work with the emotions reason, acceptance, and love. And what that does is it creates this whole like heart opening. It really does. It creates this whole heart opening, or even like a connection to heart. And a lot of times the heart walls will start to come down, and you're able to love self in a way that you've never loved yourself before. And when you love yourself, then it's way different when you come and you show up in life in a place from loving yourself and from a place of love. It's way, way different. People will start to begin to interact with you differently. You'll start to interact with people differently. Your relationships become more enriched. The connection to yourself is huge. It's huge. This is when we start to become connected to who we are and loving all pieces of ourselves. So then the next level, we go into level 5, and that's expression. All right, so expression is awesome. I love it. I love this level. In this level, we work with anxiety, confidence, and low self-esteem. I just love it. I actually love all the levels, but I really love this one because after we've already worked with deserving, creativity, becoming, stepping into your power and being empowered, and now going into, openness of like loving yourself and loving others. Now you're getting to express that. You get to express this in a whole different way. Not only do you express it differently with yourself, but you also begin to express it with others in a different way. This is also the level where it's really about mastering communication. And when we master communication, it really is about listening and then responding versus reacting. There's a big, big difference when you respond to life or you respond to others versus reacting. That changed everything for me. Then we move into level 6. Level 6 is all about vision. Oh, vision. This is an amazing, beautiful level because we work with truth, trust, and receptivity. This is when we get really honest with ourselves about what kind of life do we want to live? We are here to live a specific kind of life. We are here to be different. We are not here to be the same. So it's really getting in touch with like, oh, okay, so these are the things that I really like. The things that I used to think was important to me were not. I was conditioned that certain things were important to me, like a nice car. But it's like, anybody knows that. What I realized is what lights me up is way different. Way different. And so with this one, we're working with the vision of our life, or the vision of your career, or the vision of your business, the vision of where you want to be financially. All right, so now we go into the last level, and the last level is purpose. Okay, so it's purpose. And this is such a cool level because this is where we work with peace, joy, enlightenment, and purpose. This is where we really start to kind of, what are you here? Why are you here? What are the gifts? What are the gifts that only you came into this life with? And what is the reason why you're here? Why do you have those unique gifts? And then we go into how you implement this into your life to create this desired life that you were always meant to live. But these are the emotions, and these are the things that we will be working with. So it's deserving, creativity, power, openness, expression, vision, purpose. And we really go into each area of your life, and you start to become this person that is in touch with yourself in a way that you've never been in touch with yourself before. And you start to connect with your core values, like who you really are. And you start to step into alignment of who that is. And then you begin to live that way. And that's where the transformation comes into play. When you release this emotional baggage that's weighing you down, or that's blocking you from living your most potential life that you're here to live, and you're able to release these stories and break these patterns in such a short amount of time, it's just magic. It's just magic. I just love this work. I love the work that happens with people. It's like their relationships are better. They have deeper relationships. The communication with their intimate relationships are better. Their work, usually they make more money. I'm pretty sure every single person I've ever worked with has either gotten a huge promotion, or they've started a new job that was a lot more money, or they actually started their business. A lot of times that's another thing, because when you don't have your limiting beliefs and these blocks, all of a sudden you're like, yep, I'm going to jump off that cliff and I'm going to invest in myself. And this is what I want to do. So there's always just so much that comes from this. It truly is sacred work to me. I had a speaking engagement not too long ago. I think it was a couple months ago. And I had a friend who was emceeing it, and she introduced me and she said, I don't know anybody else that is more passionate about transformation than Lori Kinsey. And I was like, yes, I'm known for this. I'm known for transformation, because I saw such a huge transformation in myself once I was able to release the emotions around the traumas that I've experienced in my life, that I have been able to cultivate this life that it has lit me up in so many ways. My relationships are better. My friendships are better. My marriage is better. The relationships with my kids are. I have released control, and I have learned how to trust, not only in myself, but also in others. And I've just been able to live life more free. Bottom line, live life more free. You could probably ask every other person too that's gone through the spiral, and they'll say the same thing. It gives you a sense of freedom that most of us have never even had a reference point for. So I invite you, if this intrigues you, if you're feeling called in any way, please reach out. I'm happy to share more. There's actually more information on the website. There's 1 or 2 videos on the website from clients, and then also the creator of Spiral to learn a little more. Yeah, I think that just about does it. I'm excited to do the rest of these the rest of the week so that you can learn a little bit more about what each of these offerings are and who they are for. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have an amazing, wonderful, fabulous day. Talk to you soon.